In the heart of Milan, under the glass dome of the Galleria Vittorio Emanuele II, is the original location where the Prada empire began. By the 1920s and 1930s, Prada had established itself as a premier luxury brand. Whether crossing the Atlantic on luxury liners or boarding Europe's finest trains, Prada luggage was a marker of refinement. But in the 1950s, travel culture had changed dramatically. Prada struggled through the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, a period marked by modest revenues and a lack of innovation. Enter Miuccia Prada in 1978, Mario Prada's granddaughter. In a market dominated by leather goods, she introduced something radical: nylon. Functional, sleek, and unexpected, the Prada nylon backpack debuted in the mid-1980s. It was a bold departure from the traditional materials that defined high fashion at the time. The nylon backpack was a game-changer. By integrating an everyday material into a high-end product, Miuccia redefined the meaning of luxury. It wasn't about embellishment or ostentation. It was about innovation, simplicity, and functionality. The backpack became an instant hit, propelling Prada into the global spotlight. Critics called it anti-luxury luxury, a concept that resonated with the growing desire for understated elegance in a rapidly modernizing world. Prada had officially entered the conversation as a brand that dared to challenge conventions. Emboldened by the success of her nylon creations, Miuccia Prada took Prada into uncharted territory: clothing. In 1989, she debuted the brand's first ready-to-wear collection, a masterclass in minimalist sophistication. The designs were unpretentious yet luxurious, focusing on clean lines, neutral tones, and subtle details. Under Miuccia's leadership, Prada became synonymous with a new kind of luxury, one that wasn't about dressing to impress, it was about dressing to express. The Prada aesthetic was born: minimalist, intellectual, and effortlessly modern. As a result, the 1990s were a golden era for Prada. Miuccia Prada's boldness paid off, with the brand's sales soaring and its influence growing. Prada's annual revenue was around $15 million in 1988, and by 1998, Prada's revenue had skyrocketed to an estimated $460 million, 45% in nylon bags, backpacks and accessories, 35% in leather handbags, wallets, footwear and belts, and 20% in clothing. In 1993, Prada expanded further with the launch of Miu Miu, a younger, edgier sister brand that appealed to a new generation of fashion enthusiasts. By the end of the 1990s, Prada was no longer just a brand. It was a cultural force, setting trends, inspiring designers, and reshaping the fashion landscape. Miuccia Prada's ability to marry commercial success with artistic innovation solidified her status as one of the most influential figures in fashion. The Prada logo isn't just a symbol of a luxury brand, it's a global emblem of style, intellect, and innovation. In the 1990s, Prada became the torchbearer of minimalist fashion. While most other brands leaned into bold prints and extravagant designs, Miuccia Prada embraced simplicity with a twist. Her creations were unpretentious yet sophisticated, speaking to a new era of understated luxury. Prada's minimalist aesthetic didn't just influence fashion, it shaped a cultural shift. It resonated with a generation that valued authenticity over opulence, making Prada the ultimate choice for those who wanted to stand out by being understated. The brand's pivotal role in the 2006 film The Devil Wears Prada introduced millions to the high-stakes world of luxury fashion, cementing Prada's place in popular culture. Prada has always been a leader, never a follower. From bringing back the 1950s aesthetic to predicting the rise of oversized streetwear, Prada's runway shows have consistently set trends rather than chasing them. Each collection is a story, blending art, history, and modernity in a way only Prada can. Prada's influence isn't confined to clothing and accessories, it extends to architecture and branding. Each Prada store is a masterpiece of design, blending the brand's minimalist ethos with cutting-edge innovation. From Tokyo's Glass Cube to New York's Epicenter store, Prada's spaces are as iconic as its fashion. By the turn of the millennium, Prada was no longer just a family-run business. It had become a global luxury powerhouse. But this rapid expansion came at a cost. In acquiring other luxury brands, Prada Group took on a debt of $850 million, creating financial challenges that would linger until 2013, when they managed to achieve a net surplus of $265 million, indicating a shift from net debt to net cash. Patrizio Bertelli, Miuccia Prada's husband and the executive co-CEO of Prada Group, has been a pivotal figure in the brand's transformation from a small family business to a global luxury powerhouse. Joining Prada in the late 1970s, Bertelli brought visionary business acumen to complement Miuccia Prada's creative genius. He spearheaded Prada's global expansion, overseeing flagship store openings and acquiring new brands. Bertelli modernized production processes and supply chain operations, ensuring Prada maintained its craftsmanship while scaling globally. During challenging periods, such as the high debt levels of the 2000s, Bertelli's financial leadership helped navigate the company to recovery. His strategic insights balanced Miuccia's creative direction, fostering one of the most effective partnerships in the fashion industry. The early 2000s were a turbulent period for the luxury industry as a whole. Global recession, shifting consumer habits, and the rise of fast fashion disrupted traditional models of exclusivity. Prada's high-end, meticulously crafted products were no longer immune to these changes. And when the global financial crisis hit in 2008, even Prada, with its reputation for innovation and timelessness, felt the impact. But Bertelli's business acumen and Miuccia's creative vision were key to Prada's survival. They refocused the brand on core strengths, its iconic products, while adapting to the growing influence of digital platforms and e-commerce. And in 2011, Prada took a bold step to secure its future by launching an IPO on the Hong Kong Stock Exchange. The move raised over $2 billion, making it then one of the largest luxury IPOs in history. For Prada, this wasn't just a financial decision, it was a declaration of its intent to dominate the global luxury market. The IPO allowed Prada to reinvest in its vision, fueling further expansion and innovation. In 2023, the Prada Group published an annual revenue nearing $5 billion. At the heart of Prada's legacy is its ability to define and redefine what luxury means. Miuccia Prada's intellectual approach to fashion created a new aesthetic, where simplicity could be powerful and luxury could be both functional and sophisticated. Today, Prada's influence is seen not just in its collections, but in the entire luxury fashion landscape. The brand's emphasis on craftsmanship, storytelling, and innovation has reshaped the industry, making it a touchstone for modern elegance. In 2020, Prada entered a bold new chapter by partnering with Raf Simons as co-creative director. Raf Simons is a Belgian fashion designer, previously creative director at Jil Sander, Christian Dior, and Calvin Klein. This new collaboration with Miuccia Prada brings together two of the most innovative minds in fashion, merging Prada's legacy of intellectual elegance with Simons' avant-garde approach to design. The partnership has reinvigorated the brand, introducing fresh perspectives while staying true to Prada's core identity. Together, Miuccia Prada and Raf Simons are crafting a vision of fashion that is bold and timeless. Over the decades, Prada has reinvented itself time and time again. It's a brand that has dared to challenge conventions, turning ordinary materials into luxury and combining intellect with fashion to redefine modern elegance. Prada is more than just a fashion house, it's a cultural phenomenon. Whether through its minimalist designs, groundbreaking architecture, or collaborations with artists, Prada continues to shape the way we think about style, creativity, and luxury. What is your perception of the Prada brand? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more in-depth insights into the world's iconic brands that shape our modern civilization.